Hi everyone, I'm making this video today to show you something that a few people I've spoken to lately in my work have found useful in this time of uncertainty and worry and lots of things happening that we don't have control over. I'm videoing at home, as you can see, so please excuse any background noise. There are other people studying and working here today, as every day. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is a way that you could reduce the uncertainty and put worry in a perhaps a different space in your mind. And what I'm going to talk to you about is called the circle of influence and the circle of concern, and it comes from Stephen Covey, who wrote 7 Habits of Highly Effective People long time ago. And he wrote that specifically in relation to leadership and leadership development. And this thing I'm going to teach you or show you today is usually related to leadership development, but I've noticed that it can really be adapted to help people manage their emotions and improve their well-being in this time of uncertainty around COVID. So what you will need is to draw 2 circles. You can use a big piece of paper like this. This is the back of one of my kids' projects. You can use the other side of an old piece of wrapping paper. You can use just an A4 piece of paper either, it's all fine. I'm doing it large for you so that you can actually see it. And also, you'll see as I continue with this that when you use post-it notes, because you can move them, that's really helpful. So this is called the circle of influence and the circle of concern. And Covey's theory in relation to leadership is if you put everything that you can influence in the middle and everything that you can't, but you're concerned about on the outside, in the end, through leadership, you'll be able to influence more and more. But the way I've been using it with people in relation to uncertainty around COVID and what's happening in the world and in families is to apply it to well-being, really. And so what I've said to people is write all of your worries down on a piece of paper, all the things you're concerned about, and I've done mine on post-it notes, so you can do that either. And then what we need to do is to put the things in the middle that we can actually do something about, and put the things on the outside that we can't. And what I've found with people that have done this is it makes them go, oh, okay, so now I know what I have to focus on, and I really can't expend so much energy on the things I can't influence because there's nothing I can do about it. So I'll share with you some of the things that I'm worried about. So I'm worried about my family and friends in the UK. I'm worried, well, I don't know if I'm going to have a business after this is over, because, you know, like many small businesses, I've lost a lot of business. I'm worried about the world and what's going to happen. I'm worried about community transmission of COVID and what's going to happen to all of us. My mum is in the UK and I can't go there and be with her, and I'm worried about her and how to help her. I'm going to have much less work after June. I don't quite know, you know, that's a bit of a worry. So these are things that I am worried about. They're obviously going to be a lot more than that. I just didn't want to overwhelm you with my worries. But there's lots of things that I can influence. So one of them is, because I'm worried about community transmission of COVID, but I can do something about personal transmission. Because I can myself take precautions by washing my hands and staying distant from people, and I can help my family do the same. In relation to my mum, I can phone her every day, which I do, and I can help her remotely quite a lot, actually. There's lots of things I can do from here in Australia to help my mum in England. One thing I need to do, really important, is to be kind to myself. And because the next one is to be kind to others, it's quite difficult to do that if you're not being kind to yourself. You have to look after yourself as well. And then I can focus on my community. Rather than thinking about my own worries, I can try and provide some help there. And as an example of that, what I've done in my community is I've set up a WhatsApp group for our street, so we're all connected. And the next one is stay connected to others, and that's a really good way of doing that. And stay connected to people in your community, people in your family and your friends. Another thing I can do, I'm dropping all my post-it notes, I can keep on working on my business, even though I don't know what's going to happen. I can keep on working on it, and I can also keep adding value, which is what I'm trying to do with this video. It gives me an opportunity to think about what next. What do I do with my career next? Maybe this is a time for some stillness and to make some changes, perhaps. And in terms of my own personal well-being, I can practice things like grounding, and I can do some deep breathing or some breathing exercises to bring myself and center myself so that I can better do all the other things. So I'm not sure, I'm not sure how useful this is for you, but for the people that I've been working with, some of them have found it really helpful, and that's why I've shared it with you today. Stay well.